There's an incredible trend happening in plastic surgery, and we're going to talk about it next. Full throttle on Hey Doc. Hey Doc audience, Rod, we got a trend to talk about, and the trend is male plastic surgery. It's apparently on the rise. This is a MSN article. They happen to say that there's a 5% increase. It was out of the American Academy of Facial and Plastic Surgery, and 93% of their surgeons had treated a male in the past year. So what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of males in my practice, but just like you, I'm over 90% of my patients are female. And, I don't mind that. I mean, males are fine, but, males, myself included, we don't necessarily listen like we should.
Or communicate well.
I know, that's our wives tell us that all the time. But the other thing is, they want, they don't listen, so they want the quick response and the quick action, and then they, sometimes they're not so good with their post-op care. So, but I think what they're talking about is the Botox and fillers. Absolutely, Botox is hot among males. Rhinoplasty and eyelid surgery and even facelifts, I think is really, really important because, people want to look as good as they feel, including males. But males they're hard, the surgery's a little harder. The recovery, because they tend to be more vascular, their beard and their face. So, they just need to be treated a little bit different. You gotta really lay down the line on the instructions, the post-op care, because we don't listen very well. But it's good. I think it's a very good thing. And I think the other thing is, male hair transplants are really high. The use of non-surgical devices from hair transplantation or hair follicle growth. There's all kinds of supplements. I think that's really a hot button issue. And also now doing full hair transplant, which I don't do, I think actually is a good another venue, and I refer them to people that do them every day.
There's a distinct dichotomy between females and males, and females talk about stuff amongst themselves all the time, but most guys don't talk to other guys about, hey, I'm thinking of having Botox or thing. But what's your advice to say there's a dude that's just thinking about having something done? What's your advice to him in terms of achieving his goal for plastic surgery? What recommendations?
Well, I don't care what state you're in or city. Males don't like to talk about whether they've had even Botox or, we've all had Botox but they don't like to talk about their surgery, which is fine. I mean, but I just tell them, the goal here is to really, really make it look natural and not look like you've had surgery. They always come in, I don't want to look like Michael Jackson or Kenny Rogers, and so that's a big fear they have. And I think once you can allay those fears and, show them computer imaging. And the other thing is, you just need to say, listen, we're going to do it naturally. And, women don't necessarily want that sometimes. I mean, I don't like to make them look like somebody else, but males, you really got to pull back and make them look natural, because if they look weird, it's not a good look.
Yeah, I think that's well said. So let us know what you think. Give us your comments, give us a like, and make sure you subscribe. Before we go, Rod, we got to do the Hey Doc Minute.
So this is a great question. So Bill, okay, I know you get up and you work out and all this stuff, but on the way to work, what do you listen to in your car?
Yeah. Well, I usually listen to The Fan, which is a sports talk radio show in Dallas. But occasionally I'll listen to a podcast. It just depends, like less frequently, but there's a podcast called All In that my son told me about, and sometimes I'll listen to that. But usually I'm listening to sports talk radio. If there's a commercial, I'll try to go to another station, but usually The Fan in Dallas, 105.3, Full Throttle.
Really?
Yeah,
that's great. Yeah, I used to listen to KRLD, but then the weather and everything's so depressing. So now I listen to 102.9, and there's a special segment there that talks about, call us and tell us something that nobody knows something about. Sometimes it's really weird.
Yeah.
But Anyway, give us your comments and your thoughts. What do you listen to on the way to work? Depending on how long it is. I only have 10 minutes to work, so I don't listen very long. Like and subscribe.